everyone, I'm Erica Shi from EMEA Customer Support Team. Today, I'd like to talk about short shot, hesitation, and stretch mark. We will cover how to diagnose these three defects in the Model 3D and some other measures to deal with them. So first, we will have an overview of these three defects. And then we will also talk about some remedies to solve these problems, and then some tools that we can use to help you diagnose this defect in Model 3D. And then we will have a case study and see how we can use Model 3D to first detect this problem and how to solve them and validate the design change. Last, we will summarize the webinar today. First, what is short shot? The short shot is when the plastic melt cannot fill the cavity, and that will result in an incomplete part. The flow will freeze off before the flow paths are filled. And from the animation from the right, you can see that in the beginning, the melt flows faster in the beginning, and in the end, the melt flows slower and cannot reach to the end of this part. So the root cause of short shot can be not enough shot size. That means that there's no enough material being injected into the cavity, or the high flow resistance, and so it makes it difficult for the melt to reach to every corner of the cavity. Or it can also because of the rib or some other thin area cooled down too fast. And if we further categorize these causes into process condition, material, and part design. In process condition, it can be caused insufficient injection pressure. So that means that there's not enough driving force to push the melt into the cavity. It can be insufficient shot size or the stroke. And in material, it can be because the poor fluidity of the material, high viscosity and low melt flow index of the material. In part design, it can be the part being too thin, so that causes a high flow resistance, and it's difficult for the melt to be injected into some area. It's been too thin.